Hi everyone, this is Matt from Retro Gaming Australia, and today we're going to be taking a look at our game room setup. This is a joint collection between myself and Jurassic of the Jurassic channel. So you might get a video from her perspective this weekend or sometime soon. At the moment we're just in the entry hall. This is mostly where we've got the spillover from the two rooms. Mostly DVD collection in here, so you'll see lots of Pokemon. Lots of Dragon Ball and lots of Harry Potter. Here we've got some Nintendo board games, a couple of GameCubes, and our accessories drawer. So controllers, extra systems, some accessories that are really hard to fit around anywhere else. So Jimenez has Super Scope, Saturn steering wheel, Rock Band, and Guitar Hero equipment. Here we've got Xbox 360 collector's editions, including my favourite Dead Rising 2 Outbreak Edition. A little overpriced but really cool. So Xbox 360 games, you'll see a few doubles in there. So Dead Rising, which is my favourite current gen series. Some Dynasty Warriors, Fable, Fallout, lots of Grand Theft Auto, Guitar Hero. Couple of double ups on Halo because I was collecting variants for a while. Just Cause 2, which I really love. Mass Effect, some NBA, Red Dead Redemption, really good. And that kind of branches out into our Wii collection. So lots of special editions there. So Kirby Anniversary for both Japan and USA. This is mostly USA Wii stuff. We actually keep the Wii and the PAL and NTSC Wii separate. So yeah, one Japanese game in there, which is Captain Rainbow, which I'm hoping to play one day. And up top we have our Club Nintendo Super NES classic controllers, both Australia and Japan. And a Metroid Prime trilogy, which I really enjoy. Down the bottom, lots of hardcover play guides, art books, that kind of jazz. A couple of non-gaming ones there, the making of Star Wars, and so on. Yeah, here's where all the gaming happens. LCD TV there, CRT TV here, two Wiis, both one NTSC, one PAL. Wavebird for playing GameCube stuff, PAL 60GB PS3, PAL Xbox, PAL 360 Elite, PAL PS2 Slim. Some stuff that we've picked up from the markets recently which hasn't been sorted out yet. And some retro consoles that currently aren't hooked up. So you see 32X, Master System 2, PS1, SNES. Over here, some more collector's editions, Far Cry 3, Far Cry 2, some shameful ones, Duke Nukem Forever, Alone in the Dark, start of the Xbox collection. Xbox stuff comes fairly cheap in Australia, so it's not a collection that'll set you back a lot of money if you want to get into it. Not many obscurities either. Some good ones like Otogi and Otogi 2 somehow slipped out of order in here, both worth hunting down. Then you see all the ones that everybody loves, Knights of the Old Republic, some Halo back up here, Rally Sport Challenge 2, Prince of Persia Trilogy. That branches into PS2, so we see like Gun-Con 2 there. PAL PS2, not very exciting to look at with the white spines, but lots of good games on that system. So all the Grand Theft Autos, God of Wars, Yakuza, Katamari, yeah, lots of stuff like that. Down the bottom there, it's a Gran Turismo 2 press kit, number 103 of 4000. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the full game inside. Here, just some loose cartridges for SNES, N64 and Mega Drive, and associated cables and controllers. Now up here is one part of my Metal Gear Solid collection. It's probably the only series where I've gone a little bit overboard in terms of collecting. So you see HD collections for America, Japan, figures, the Gakko alarm clock, limited edition Metal Gear Risk. Over here you got your Metal Gear Rising limited edition premium package for Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2, PAL promotional version of Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence, PAL Metal Gear Solid 4 limited edition. Then down here more Metal Gear, both standard, legacy collection, special editions Metal Gear Solid 4, Essentials collection, Steelbook, the original NES games, the PAL HD edition, limited editions. So lots of Metal Gear stuff. Still got more to get. Up here, some PC big box and collector's editions. Some more DVD case style PC games. Lots of PC stuff. Very easy to get for very cheap, and lots of good stuff on there. Final Fantasy VII for PC. It was actually the way I played it back in the day, not owning a original PlayStation for many years. Then we get into more Xbox 360 and PS3 limited editions, collector's editions, some Australian exclusives like this Saints Row 2 Freckle Bitches box, really nice piece, and some more PS3 collector's editions and hardcover books. And here we have some new Japanese N64 controllers, some extra sealed games and double ups, a little bit more Dead Rising stuff, some more 360 collector's editions which didn't fit anywhere else, and more hardcover books, art guides, play guides, whatever. In here, these are all promotional versions and review code from back in the day when I used to review games, and some more, I guess, promotional stuff, extra PC games, that sort of thing. Here we have some more PAL Mega Drive stuff. Sort of not the best condition here. This is mostly the stuff as I had when I was really young. So, and a lot of it's ex-rental. We tried to clear out the video store when they were clearing out their Mega Drive games about 20 years ago. More PS3 collector's editions, Street Fighter 25th Anniversary, really good. PAL and NTSC N64, we tried to go for Australian stuff on the N64 where we can, just because they've got nice art and we don't have to go to too much trouble trying to play them. But obviously where games haven't come out in Australia or they're just too expensive to get, we'll go for the US one. A couple of double ups on Zelda, just by the nature of having two separate collections come together. You see some US stuff, Ogre Battle, Paper Mario, Pokemon Puzzle Collection. Lots of Pokemon, that's really Charlie's sort of thing, but I dig Pokemon as well. StarCraft 64 is probably getting to be one of the most expensive Australian editions to get. Unfortunately got it a long time ago before it started to get really ridiculous. Smash Brothers. A lot of wrestling games. That was kind of something I was into when I was a teenager, but fortunately the games are actually really good, so worth getting. US SNES stuff, mostly RPGs. We got into this before it got ridiculous, but still fairly pricey, so Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy 3 or 6, Legend of Zelda, Lufia, Secret of Evermore, Secret of Mana, Shadowrun, Soul Blazer, Super Mario RPG, and just a few other action games like Super Punch-Out, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, some Super Star Wars stuff, and a few other favourites. Then we get into the PAL, it's Donkey Kong Country Trilogy, Goof Troop, which is really good, worth checking out. Illusion of Time, Zelda, Lufia, some Mario doubles, Super Mario Kart. Terranigma, Australian version. Once again, another game that's really expensive, unfortunately these days, but well worth checking down if you feel like parting with a couple $100. The start of our Super Famicom collection. We're looking to get into the Super Famicom a lot more in the coming years. Super Metroid, really good. PlayStation Collector's Edition for Tomb Raider. This was an Australian exclusive, and it's probably one of the worst collector's editions ever made because the games inside are all budget versions. It's kind of really lousy. So getting into the NES, just some of the nice tidier box NES stuff. PAL Mega Drive, some Japanese Mega Drive, mostly only Sonic at this stage. PAL Dreamcast, Shenmue 2, two of my favourite games of all time. Getting into Japanese Saturn stuff, and kind of keeping with the Japanese stuff on the Saturn just by virtue of the fact that the US and PAL stuff is flimsy and expensive, but obviously I've got some of that anyway. My PAL PlayStation collection, not really much worth gloating about there. Most of it's in rubbish condition, unfortunately. More hardcover books and guides. Sega Gaga Limited Edition, probably the jewel of my collection. Well worth hunting down for Sega fans. Sorry. Bad habit of Australian Sega advertising, I'm afraid. Japanese GameCube, retro gamer magazines, more hardcover books, art guides, mostly Pokemon guides in this section. Original PS3. Probably see a little bit more Metal Gear stuff in there that I haven't separated. PlayStation Vita, that's our newest console, so we haven't got too much in the way of that. More PS3 stuff, just big name games, Uncharted, Ratchet and Clank, Ico, Shadow Colossus, more Dead Rising. Charlie's PS1 collection, mixed in PAL and US games. Lots of RPGs, so multiples of Final Fantasies, your big Squaresoft games like Vagrant Story, Xenogears, Parasite Eve, but lots more still to find. And then up here we have Game Boy Advance, again lots of RPGs, Final Fantasies, Zelda games, almost complete Mega Man Battle Network series. Obviously I don't have the double ups on 3 onwards where they released 2 versions. I'm actually still missing the first game, which is kind of annoying. Again, lots of Pokemon, some more RPGs, more Mario, WarioWare, which is one of my favourites. And then we get into original Game Boy. Obviously try to get it all boxed, but it costs a little bit more, but I think it looks better. And over here, we got a Donkey Kong Jenga. Some more PS3 limited editions up there, actually. And here's more cartridge-only NES stuff, mostly. But there is a little bit of box stuff in there. Kind of in rough condition, but because we got them a long time ago, they cost next to nothing. So, I'll take that. And getting into the Master System. So here we are in the second part of the tour. You'll have to excuse the quick cutting here. This is actually the second game room, which also doubles as our bedroom. Mostly Charlie's stuff in here. So you'll see her Wii U, her pink controllers for her consoles, PS3, Slim 360, a really cool Link to the Past sprite that she painted. The new pickup shelf. So a lot of new 3DS games, some Blu-rays and DVDs. Skylanders tend to live here. I'm not really into Skylanders, but Charlie really likes it. I'll have to give it a go one day. And then some nice stuff like Tales of Zillia, which we just picked up in the last week. The Pikachu 3DS XL, and obviously the rest of our handhelds. And the Amano art book collection, The Sky. It's actually the original print run, not the reprint. So I was a little bit lucky there. Here we see a kitty. And some Xbox 360 really large collector's editions. Your Gears of War 3, Halo Reach, Skyrim, some World of Warcraft figures, some Game Boy consoles, DS collector's editions, so your Sonic Classic Collection that only came out in Australia, your Atlas RPG sets with the CDs and that kind of jazz, Sonic Colors, Atelier Annie, or Atelier Annie, I don't know how to pronounce it, Ni no Kuni, lots and lots of DS games. DS is probably our most populated collection, I think 280 now, but yeah, basically anything that's interesting, plays half decent, as an RPG, we've pretty much gone and got them. Lots of Pokemon, obviously. Charlie loves Pokemon. I don't mind it either, so we're fully stocked on Pokemon. Down here we have the 3DS stuff. Probably outgrowing its section at the moment, so we need to find a little more storage space for it. Some 3DS big box editions, collector's editions, so Adventure Time, Ocarina edition of Ocarina of Time 3D, Kingdom Hearts 3D, some more Skylanders, more DS boxes. It's probably a little bit dark down here, but these are all World of Warcraft limited editions and collector's editions and so on. Two Diablo 3s and my 3DS box. Okay, up here is PSP limited editions. Again, lots of RPGs, Gran Turismo, some Invisimals. I haven't actually played that yet. Persona, Tactics Ogre, that kind of jazz. Lots of E's. Standard PSP games. Again, lots of handheld stuff in our collection. It's just easier, I guess, to play games in bed when you're working and busy all the time during the week. Lots of Metal Gear again. That's my kind of deal. Charlie's PS3 limited editions. Lots and lots of Final Fantasy. Catherine statue, so both PS3 and Xbox 360 Catherine collector's editions from the US. The Michael Jackson Experience, Assassin's Creed, Lord of the Rings, War of the North, the God of War, Pandora's Box edition, Sonic Generations, Dead Island, Assassin's Creed, lots of special editions. Then we go into our PS2 fancies, Taiko Drum Master, some more RPG stuff, some PS3 collector's editions, more Demon Souls and Dark Souls, Disgaea, Hyperdimension, Neptunia, more PAL PS2 stuff. It's all very exciting with those white spines. Yeah, then we get into the US PS2 stuff, heavy on the RPGs again, because they tended not to release very many of them in Australia. Charlie's PS3 collection, she prefers to mix those together. Yeah, some original Xbox, mostly Charlie's. She wasn't very big on the Xbox, so it's a little bit smaller than mine. Some more PS2 collector's editions. The Ditto Chew, who you can see is rather amusing. Bayonetta, I can't remember the name of it, the gun shoe thing. Some more Xbox 360 games. All of Charlie's stuff. Here we have some more boxes full of consoles and accessories. And over here we have the Wii stuff. This is all PAL Wii. We tended to favour the PAL Wii a little bit more than the US stuff, just out of ease and accessibility of bargains. So yeah, all the big name Wii games. Also tried to pick up a lot of the hidden gems that people have recommended over time. So you'll see things like Apuna, Little King's Story, Lost in Blue Shipwrecked, just that kind of jazz. It's a Resident Evil Dark Side Chronicles limited edition. I think that only came out over here, I'm not 100% sure. And your Mario 25th anniversaries for Australia, Japan, US. The Dragon's Quest 25th anniversary set. More standard Wii games. Our slightly tiny Wii U collection. Hopefully they'll start pumping out the games soon. More Wii collector's editions, and then getting into the GameCube. So you see the Game Boy player, our small collection of Japanese stuff. PAL GameCube stuff at the bottom. That's all mostly Charlie stuff. And then we get into the NTSC stuff, which was mine because I just preferred to get NTSC stuff for GameCube. It was a lot cheaper and a lot easier to get at the time. So you see full collection of Resident Evils, all your Mario games, Zelda games, that kind of stuff. Up here, Dancing Stage Mario Mix, Donkey Konga, Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, and the House of the Dead Overkill Bang Bang box. So that's our room tour. If you like it, let us know, leave a comment, subscribe, harass us on Facebook and Twitter and everything else, and yeah, I'll shoot another video again soon.